Hello everyone, my name is Stacey K. Roach. I'm here with you guys today for the second episode of the Rebrand and the Rebuilding Community. I'm here with you guys today to speak about, to answer, and to elaborate on a question that I was asked on my Facebook page. You guys can visit me on my Facebook page over at Stacey K. Roach. Like I said, but I'm here to answer a question. The question that was asked to me was, during the time of me being homeless, didn't I have people that I could reach out to and family that I could go stay with and live with that would help me, like my mom, my sisters, my cousins, dad, just in general, friends. And yeah, I did have people that I could go and stay with. Me being homeless to the extent that I was with, me sleeping in my car, my Dodge Grand Caravan, my apologies for that, outside of my aunt's home. I took it to that level because I chose to be in that space to take time for myself to deal with issues that I had going on during that separation. I wasn't perfect, so I had to fix myself as well. So yeah, I did have people that I could go live with. My mom reached out to me and was like, hey, come stay with me. I'm originally from North Carolina, Laurinburg, North Carolina, and my mom lives there. So she was like, hey, you can come stay here. You can always come here. You and the boys. But their dad, they were living with their dads at the time. So it really, me having the time to myself, that was the first time in my life since I had kids. Once at my first child, giving birth to my first son at the age of 16, from then on out, I was weighed down with my children. So I kind of did a lot of things later in life than some people because, of course, I had responsibilities. And going to school, it wasn't one. I had to get a job. I had to provide. I had to figure out a way to take care of my responsibility. My son at the time. A few years later, I had my second child. So like I said, I ended up going to college. I ended up getting a late start when it came to finishing basic high school. I didn't even finish high school. I completed my GED. Then I went off to ITC Tech for business management and marketing. Like and it took me a long time to I didn't even finish the degree. Like, I finished my marketing certifications, but I didn't finish my business management portion of it. I took a job at Taco Bell started off as a shift manager, and I thought, okay, well, if I have the experience, I don't really need the degree. And I'm not going to say, like I said, college ain't for everybody. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, but I felt like I'm going to pay all this money for me learning certain strategies and certain information when I can go out there. Instead, I can go out there and I can work and I can learn and experience managing and actually learning how operations work, how in a fast food restaurant that business was set up franchise wise. Like, I learned a lot from Taco Bell and a few other places that I've managed and that I worked at. So like I said, I had a late start in life, so it took me a while to get things going. But being during that time of separation last year, 2020, that was the first time in my life that I ever even just being to myself alone. Like, so with my boys' dad having them, and then having them, and me having that time to myself in my Dodge Grand Caravan, because I could have went to my mom's house, but I wouldn't have got focused. I wouldn't have focused on me. I wouldn't have took the time to heal myself, my heart, my issues, deal with my problems in a environment that was healthy for me at the time. Because like I said, my mom lives in Laurinburg, North Carolina, and if you know that area, it's not the best area. It's what you make it. But it's not a lot of people that have set goals and have dreams and accomplish them and go after them by any means necessary. So I wanted to be in an environment and in a place where I could just be me. And a lot of people had issues with that. They were like, you need to get your children and you need to go to your mom's house or go somewhere with your kids. My kids were very well taken care of at that time. They were with their dads. My oldest son was before my ex-husband, and I have my two youngest sons with my ex-husband, and they had their sons. They had their children. They were very well taken care of. We get a lot of times America, like I said, I had so many people pressure me about getting my children, but here in America, we see a lot. There are stereotypes that black men don't take care of their children. So now we got black men trying to take care of their children. Everybody's like, no, they don't need to be with their dad. They need to be with you. I just feel like give them a chance to raise their kids up and spend time with their children to get to know their children. And my oldest son, I raised him up till he was going on 14 years old. His dad took over with him. He moved in with his dad last year. During my separation, he went to his dad, and my two youngest sons, they stayed at the the house that we were living in with my ex-husband. I ended up leaving the apartment, and like I said, ended up in my Dodge Grand Caravan outside of my aunt's home in Edgemoor, South Carolina. So, like I said, I have nothing to hide, but they was with their fathers, and I had time to take care of myself. Like I said, it took me a while to finish college. I was going on and off and having to work. I had to put off college for a while just to get a full-time job to provide. I was a single parent for a long time. So, but when me and my ex-husband decided to get back together and decided to get married and take it to that level, I had just started having help, having, someone that I can lean on and depend on. I had been doing it for myself for so long. At that time, I just had my two sons, but I had been single and doing it by myself for so long. It felt good to have a male companion, a husband, and someone that could help pull the weight. And I didn't have to do everything by myself, so I was getting a little comfortable. And right before we separated, I had only been working a part-time job, and you have to make 3 times the rent to get a decent place, apartment, house in Rock Hill in Chester, South Carolina. If you want something decent, you're gonna have to pay for it. So a part-time job was not gonna cut it. I didn't have any funds where I can say, let me go stay, let me go get a place, apply for a place. And then I had credit issues and everything. Like it was crazy. So yeah, I had people that I could have helped me, but I feel like I'm gonna say this is nobody's job to take care of another grown-ass person. And I know I'm cussing, and I didn't even mean to let it slip, but I said it. But so I'm just going to say it's nobody's job to take care of a grown person. You are responsible for yourself. Yeah, people want to pitch in and want to help you out and try to save you, but it ain't nobody's job to save you. And like I said, it was the first time in forever that I had been to myself. So I needed that time in that Dodge Grand Caravan. I grew, I matured, I healed. I did so much in that van that I probably would not have done at my mom's house, sleeping on her chair or whatever extra bedroom they have available at the time, or on someone's floor or couch, whatever. Like I just didn't want to put up with all that, because I know how I am. You go to people's house, people have rules. You have to follow people's rules. You don't like something that they want you to follow, you're like, oh hell no, I'm not with it, and then y'all falling out. And we don't have to fall out, because I'm grown. This is your house. If you want things the way you want it, that's your right to want things that way. It's your right to say, if anyone's coming to live with you and you say, hey, you're going to have to pay something here. Hey, they right. You a grown person. You need to take care of yourself. It's nobody's job don't be a burden on anyone. It's nobody's job to take care of you and help fix you and get you together. That was my job. So I didn't want to be a burden to my family members and to my mom or anybody. Like the environment in itself just wasn't an environment that I needed to be in to heal. I like those 8.5, almost 9 months in that van. Like, I did so much healing in that time that I ever done in my whole life. Like, I grew to a point where I am now. I'm on this podcast and just finished my first book, Overcoming Homelessness After Divorce. I do have information I will most definitely put in the description box, down below on my social media, YouTube. This recording that I'm doing here is a description box that you guys can read, and I'll put my email information in. So if you guys want to, sign up for the pre-release of the book, before, as soon as it comes out, you'll be one of the first ones to get a digital copy, have the chance to get the digital copy up front before it's out there on Amazon and other self-publishing sites, because I'm self-publishing. Like I said, I'm putting the finished touches on the book. If you've been following me on social media, I made a post. I'm going to post some more. I'm just trying to build a buzz around it, because this is a huge project for me. It's something I've always wanted to do since I've been a kid, since I mean, since I've been, able to know what the heck going on in this world. So that's what, like, a lifelong dream of mine was completing that book. And it's a short story. I'm all about short stories. Keep it brief, get right to the point. You ain't got to have 40 chapters to make one point. It don't take a whole 10-hour audio book for you to get the point of the book, to get the story, to grasp the concept, to soak in that knowledge. So like I said, I kept it brief, straight to the point. I will be having more books coming soon because that's my calling. I want to become a best-selling author. I will be. Like I said, I came here today to basically elaborate, to speak about, to talk about, my life journey and answer that question that someone reached out to me via Facebook and asking me why didn't I go for someone for help? And I could have went for some people for help, and I had help in other ways. When people see you trying yourself and they see you putting the effort and taking the time to heal and do what you need to do to get your shit together and keep your shit together, people will help you without you even asking them for help. Like I said, strangers was helping me. The company I was working for gave me a loan, didn't even ask for the money. And it's crazy because it wasn't even a loan. I ended up having, never having to pay that money back. So I'm just saying, so when you focused on you and you get in tune with who you are, you don't have to worry about the how, the where, how it's coming, where it's coming from, and how you're gonna do it. You don't have to worry about all that. All you need to know is what you want and why you want it, and have pure intentions around what you want. You shouldn't want something because you see someone else with it. You want it because deep down inside, that's gonna make you the happiest you've ever been. You have to be happy already before you can even gain more happiness. But you most definitely want something because you want it, not because you see everybody with it on social media. You seen somebody wear that outfit on Love and Hip Hop, so you want that outfit. Want it because you want that outfit. I'm just using that as an example. But I answered that question. I elaborated. I kind of went in and out side of that question, but that's what we're here to do. We're here to get real, be serious, be honest, be open, and tell you my life story. I most definitely am going to be trying to get guests, people to come on and co-star, co-host with me. I'm looking for people to come and tell their story, be open and honest, and also give your solutions, because we don't want to just, this ain't a place where you to come to and talk about your issues and your problems and be depressed and stay there. No, we talk about our issues and how we overcame them so we can inspire and empower other people to do the same thing. And you can, if I done it, you can do it. It's no way in hell that hearing other people's stories and learning from other people's mistakes can not help you. So I'm an advocate for what I'm out here trying to teach and encourage, empower, and inspire people on with the whole rebrand and rebuilding community. This is my baby. This is my life. I'm growing this community. I want other people to join on. Like I said, I'm not the only one that's been through this. I'm not going to be the last one to go through it. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening all the way to the end. Like I said, on the description box down below, and I'll post it on my social media, my YouTube, this recording. Please subscribe, you guys, and even sign up for that pre-release email. Get on that list so I can send you over email as soon as the book is ready for purchase. You can be one of the first ones to purchase the book. You can be one of the first ones to get a digital copy of the book. If you want a hardback copy, like I said, I'll also, not now, but later on, when the book actually is published and it's up and running on Amazon, I'll also have the link for you to get the hard back copy, the paper book. Feel it in your hand. If you are a reader and you love books, there's nothing like having the book in your hand and you flipping through the pages. It's crisp. It feels good. I love books. It's yummy to me. So thank you for tuning in, you guys. I'll see you for episode 3 next week. We will be back. Thank you.